How you doing, gang? Doug here for the SourceFed Movie Club, and this week we are watching Robin Hood Men in Tights. I dig the multiple arrow slinging. Thanks for picking this one, by the way. I remember a few weeks ago we watched Spaceballs, and I didn't really like Spaceballs, so I'm like, you know, why can't we watch Men in Tights? I hadn't seen that one, so hey, awesome, now we get to watch Men in Tights. And of course, I'd seen most of the movie when I was younger, but I'd never seen it all the way through, so this was good. So Robin Hood is just one of those movies that Hollywood just can't stop making. There's at least maybe 4 versions of Robin Hood that I think most people have seen or most people are familiar with, and then there's a lot more that are a little less popular and less well known. That's what makes doing a parody version of Robin Hood so appropriate, because it is a story that everybody knows. Everybody has seen some version of Robin Hood, so it's very easy to just take the basic framework of a Robin Hood movie and just fill it with jokes. So Robin Hood Men in Tights mostly borrows from the Kevin Costner Robin Hood Prince of Thieves, which had just come out a couple years earlier. Robin Hood getting a black best friend, played here by Dave Chappelle. It looks like they made Roger Reese's Sheriff of Nottingham look kind of like Alan Rickman. And then of course there's that famous slam against Kevin Costner's poor accent ship. That should be a word, accent ship. You got the crazy old witch, who works for the sheriff, who's played here by Tracy Ullman. But of course the movie borrows a lot of elements from the classic Errol Flynn version of Adventures of Robin Hood. This is the one where Robin Hood and the Merry Men actually wear tights. This one has the archery tournament, which Prince of Thieves does not have. And of course casting Cary Elwes to basically do his Dreadpower Wesley thing and, you know, wear the pointy hat and the feather works out quite well. And then of course the scene where Robin Hood crashes the banquet with the goat on his back and plops it down on the table is straight out of this version. Of course in here it was a deer. But yeah, much better than Spaceballs. Definitely a lot more jokes landed. So we've got Cary Elwes as Robin Hood. We've got Maid Marian, played by what's her name from Wings, which was on at the time. We've got Dave Chappelle as Achu, which is kind of a cheap joke, but they make it work. We've got this movie's version of Little John and Will Scarlet, the usual gang. We also got Blinken, who is the blind guy, and if you watch Young Frankenstein, you know how much Mel Brooks loves his blind jokes. And of course we got the sheriff. And we also got Prince John, who wasn't even in Prince of Thieves, but he's in most other versions. But overall the movie has kind of a laid-back community theater feeling. A lot of improv, a lot of, you know, breaking the fourth wall. Now one thing I wasn't sure about was the chastity belt. Like, I don't know who came up with that. Like, maybe they were trying to get some comedy out of the scene in Prince of Thieves where the sheriff tries to rape Marian. Like, how do we do our version of that but funny? And so this is what they came up with, which I guess is fine. But I don't want to sound like a movie critic jackass who, you know, is trying to slam the movie. I actually did like it enough to recommend it. So that should about do it for this week. I hope to see you guys on the show, and we'll see you next week for more movies. You can click here to see more reviews from SourceFed Nerd, and we'll see you next time.